So here we are down at the table. We're going to take a look at Exodus Fleet components. I'm starting to move that way a little bit in my reviews, as I would like to take a look at the components before I actually do the game review. And because sometimes if the components are subpar, you know that might point to the game being subpar, but that's not always the case, but in a lot of cases, a lot of times it is the case. First of all, what you're going to notice is with Exodus Fleet by Tasty Minstrel Games, you get all kinds of different choices for the different fleets you can be. And they all have their own different powers. They have all their own different focuses. That's pretty neat. I'm not really going to get into the rules of the game. We're just going to take a look at components. The cards are standard. The artwork is gorgeous. I think this artwork. This is the money, the zoo. You have money as cards, which is good because we all hate paper money, don't we? But the artwork on these cards are good. Let's take a look at the ship cards. There's all kinds of different ships. Looks like they have different cargo holds, but there's a ton of different ships. So I don't think you're going to run out of variety in this one, for sure. Not going to run out of variety because the ships there's a ton of them, a ton of ships that you can look at, a ton of ships you can use to build your fleet. And we're going to take a look at some more of the artwork of the cards. They look good. Oh, bumping the thing, dropping the cards. And those are the money cards as well. Again, you know, with me, if you've watched my channel at all, you know I like wooden bits. I like glass cubes, a la Terraforming Mars and Through the Ages. Love those things. And you'll see like this here, not sure what they're used for yet, but nice glass cubes, not cheap. You have these two status markers, I'm sure, that'll go on the main board right there. And then each of the player colors has these nice wooden Euro cubes to mark your things on your player board, I'm assuming. And there's 4 colors. You have your orange, purple, white, and green. You have this nice rule book. We're going to take a closer look at that. I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I always seem to like TMG's rule books. They seem colorful, they seem well laid out. There's some pictures, there's some charts. I mean, it's a little over 20 pages, but the end of it seems to be just like clarifications on ships, so probably about 19 pages of rules, ending with the final scoring and your advanced options. This is the main player board. Let's take a closer look at that. It also has how to set up the game, lay out your starting planets, deal 5 neutral ships for 4 to 5 players, 4 for 2 to 3 players, put the starter subdeck on top of the faction deck, deal out 5 faction ships, deal 2 command ships of the same faction to each player, simultaneously select 1 command ship, discard the other, returning the remaining command ships to the box, randomly select the admiral, I believe that's first player. All players start with 2 fuel, 1 metal, 1 biomass, and 1 water. Special explorer card matching their command ship and money equal to the income of their command ship. So, well made, again, well made board. Tasty Minstrel doesn't ever really skimp on components. The only complaint I would have, and this is with a lot of game companies, the box really isn't set up for storage. But I mean, it is what it is. That's why the broken tokens and the Meeple Realties and the others are in the market, because a lot of games need storage solutions. But that's a minor complaint about components. The box seems to be about the right size for the game. It could have been a little smaller maybe, but for all in all, it looks pretty good. So in a later video, I'm going to take a look at gameplay, and we're going to see how this plays and see how I like it, and we're going to do a Storm category review, because here at the Board Games Maelstrom, Category 5 is the best, and Category 1, don't even bother picking it up. But for now, thanks for stopping by. We're going to go back up and get my final thoughts on the... Alright, that was a quick look at the components in Exodus Fleet. I like the artwork, for sure. The artwork on everything looks really good. Tasty Minstrel's artwork is usually decent. Orleans and the other games of that ilk, they very good. Harvest, Samara. The artwork always looks really good. I like the look of the ship, the look of the box. All the components seem really decent, great quality, and we're going to take a look and see how the gameplay, and see if it matches up with the component quality. One thing I forgot to show you guys is it comes with a score pad and extra score sheets. And if you really like the game, I'm sure there's something on Board Game Geek in the file section of Exodus Fleet that will give you extras if you wish to print them. But until next time, keep playing games.